Yo, happy New Year's, YouTube. I know I haven't been posting much, but trust me, it doesn't mean that I have not been doing anything. Let me show you a little hint of what I've been working on that isn't what today's video is about, but I gotta tease y'all. This is what a rev sounds like on my car tuned with stock timing. And now here's the tune after I got to play around with the spark tables a little bit. What y'all think? A little bit of fireworks to bring in the new year, huh? I know the snap, crackle, and pops ain't for everybody, but they definitely for me. All right, let's get to where this video started at. Let's get it. Man, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy ZT Zoomin. I'm back with another booming video, man. It has been way too long since we posted, you guys. Now, if you guys have not seen how to get in on this 500 subscriber giveaway, alright, now let's get into this video. Now, I have been chasing a coolant leak, as you guys know. Fixed the peacock, I thought it was solved. I'm still adding coolant. So I get under here, I'm looking. I'm not actually leaking coolant, I'm leaking transmission fluid. Now they have you reroute the transmission line, and I think out of the universal fittings that they gave me, I don't know if the hoses aren't tight enough, but it's freaking leaking out of there. So right now I sprayed a bunch of this oil degreaser here, all on this underneath section. You can see it's wet underneath there. I'll show you guys that in a minute. But as I'm looking underneath here, I'm feeling all of the different liquid in my fingers. Now, if you guys don't know, an easy way to tell whether it's oil, whether it's water or coolant or something like that, is to feel it on your fingers. If it's really, really slippery, obviously it's oil. Water will begin to evaporate and your fingers will get not stickier, but they'll grip more and more. So I noticed that not everything leaking was oil. So I'm like, it seems like I still have a freaking coolant leak. So I pull out my wheel liner here, which is done anyway, so I could care less about how bad this looks. Now right here out of the top of this auxiliary cooler, I don't know if you guys can see in there. You see how wet it is? Now I think that this is leaking. Now you can see I did remove that hose clamp. You can kind of see back there where the old impression on the hose was. But yeah, it's leaking out of there. So pretty sure that's what's leaking. I'm gonna try readjusting this hose clamp. I'm hoping that it's that. If it's not that hose clamp, it's leaking right out of the top of the auxiliary radiator. I doubt that that's a fitting that pushes down in there or something. I really don't know. So I gotta look more up on that without a doubt. So yeah, for anybody wondering what I've been up to, I've been with family, you guys. It's the holidays. That freaking Vlogmas grind on top of learning how to tune, staying up late nights just reading forum after forum, or staying up to the middle of the night editing every single night, back to back to back. Damn, it was killing me, you guys. So yeah, I had to take a little bit of a break. We're gonna get back on our normal schedule. Our normal schedule is usually like every other day, 2 days at the most. So that's what we're doing going forward. Let's finish getting this cleaned up. I'm gonna go ahead and get this tightened down and everything. The tune is looking really good too. So I'll show you guys some more information about that without a doubt. Man, I'm so hyped for what we got coming to the channel, y'all. Let's get it. All right, you guys, there's the fitting on this auxiliary radiator right there. So that is the original clamp that was on there, that kind of squeeze clamp. I went ahead and added the threaded hose clamp here, just so that we can rule out for sure it's not leaking back out of there somewhere, because I think the next option is to replace that entire fitting on the top of the auxiliary radiator. And honestly, I don't know if that part can even be fixed without replacing the entire radiator. I tried to do a quick glance online, but I wasn't able to find any conclusive details. It seems like I got to replace that whole radiator. So if that takes care of it, then we're good. So let's go ahead and fix this transmission cooler line. At least these aren't anything crazy like something busted. It just seems like things are loose. All right, you guys, so this is the transmission cooler line that I had to move right here. So this is the little hose clamp they have there. I actually tightened it down a lot right now. So I guess I didn't have it tight enough before. I thought I had it tight enough that it was impressing into the hose, but obviously it wasn't. And then if you guys can see up there, I don't know if you can see it, but it connects up at the top up there. So I'm gonna see if I can get a wrench in there, get that tightened down, and then get this button back together. I don't know if I'll put this full rock guard back on, just because I might be pulling this off again, you guys. So hopefully these are the leaks. I mean, at least each time I get under here, I'm finding a solution to the leaks. There's nothing worse than when you got a problem and you don't see the solution or the fix. So it's probably not the best thing in the world, but I'm gonna put a little bit of Loctite on those hose clamps just so they don't back out any. They were so oily and stuff. Now this Loctite is the blue Loctite, medium strength. Says it can be taken out with hand tools, hand tool removable. So I'm not really sweating it all that much. Besides, if these hose clamps ever fail, I'm gonna replace them with some real hose clamps. All right, you guys, I got it all cleaned up. This is the upper part of that transmission line. Sorry it's not in focus, but the blue you can sort of see there on that bolt. That is the hose clamp up top. I got it down here on the bottom. Obviously that blue is the Loctite that I put on there. I got everything really cleaned up compared to what it was. Got all the oil off of everything. So I'm gonna bolt this sucker back up, loosely put this skid plate back on, and we'll just be monitoring this. If worse comes to worse, I'll totally replace those clamps there, but hopefully this one is it, y'all. So next day now, let's see if we got any leaks overnight.
Maybe a little bit over there.
Don't look that bad. From that last video, we already back with the gas. Don't never stop. Well, as you saw, we took it for a drive and we got gas this morning. Let's check it again. I don't actually see any leaks. But that's good. Man, what is good, YouTube? New day now. So we headed back out to the shop. I gotta get this oil change done on my ProCharger. I went a little bit over the 500 miles, but nothing crazy at all. Obviously, you saw the last video. We were filling up the gas tank. I just had to get another gas tank. Blowing through the gas like crazy with all these wide open throttle pulls. But hey, it is what it is. So we're shooting back out to the shop. Let's get it. Let's get to this oil change now. This is my brake booster line. I think this is it here. They give you a little drain line and some instructions. So, you know what? I'm gonna read this real quick, figure out how to do it. This is my first time, and then we'll get this 500-mile oil change done. So I went ahead and removed the air box here, but I'm looking in here. Look how big that lip is. I don't know if you guys can see it, but you can clearly see the lip, and the hose clamp is attached much lower. So not today, but I think here pretty soon, I'm gonna go ahead and cut this, and just so it's a smoother flowing in, almost like I ported it or something. I just don't want this huge lip here, probably creating all types of turbulence. It'll just be a better flow. But yeah, I got that removed. Now I'm trying to see how I get this oil line attached. I don't think there's a way to do it without taking a plug out, but it's like if you take a plug out, the thing leaks. I don't know. This kind of retarded. We'll see. So no idea if this is gonna work, but this is one of the oil drain plugs here. The one I'm gonna use is down underneath. You can't see. You can't really see it too well, but down in here, I have a grocery bag down in here. My biggest fear is getting it onto the belt. Everybody says if you get the oil onto the belt, your belt is no good. It has to be replaced. So that's the main thing. I want to keep it away from there, but I'm worried about from the time that I remove this and put that cap on about it leaking. So I don't know, we'll see. It's my first time, you guys. Let's get it. Tell you what, next time, I already know this supercharger's coming off. Forget all this. Alright, it's coming loose. Oh snap. Instant regret that I did not pull this off. Like the cleanup, man, y'all. All I do is clean shit up now. I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I feel like I got lucky on this one. Luckily, I'm looking down at the belt, no oil on the belt. Whew. If you look right down on here, the light doesn't quite show it. Okay, you can kind of see it there. You see that little dark spot? I got a little bit of oil on the front of that crank pulley. You can see it's on the front there. It's not actually on that belt. So, cool. I'll take that. I'm gonna get this all cleaned up here, and then we'll see about getting some more oil in. But to be honest, I'm not even sure I got the lowest freaking drain plug. So stay tuned. I might be setting up another bag, learning, but hey man, this is all part of the process. We're learning, learn my lessons so I don't have to go through this BS the next time. So just like I suspected, you guys, that one that I took off was not the drain plug. You can see this one here is clearly it because it's got that magnetic center. Let's check out. I wiped off the magnet. You can see the little shavings and stuff in there. So yeah, glad to be getting this oil out of here. And look at the first oil I got out too. I don't know if you guys can totally see it, but look how murky that stuff is. You can see shavings and all types of nastiness in there. So yeah, glad to get this oil the hell out of here. I assume having that much debris in there is kind of normal for the first oil change on a ProCharger. If you guys are asking if I am gonna install that oil drain line, which I ended up not using, I've got a bag sitting in the engine bay right now. No, I'm not gonna reinstall it. I don't want that thing hanging down. I don't want it beating around. Honestly, next time that I do this, that whole ProCharger is just coming off. Now I'm using ProCharger's oil that they provide in the kit. I know some people get other stuff, but man, I'm not tripping all that much. I think their own oil is gonna be plenty good. A little bit tricky to get it in here, but we'll get it. If anybody's never done this before, the only thing I would say is be patient as it goes in, because air has to escape back out of the top where you're putting the oil in at. What's nice about these ProCharger oils too is they just give you the exact amount. So this one is 6 ounces. I know some of the other ones are different, but last drop, I would get it all over. End of the bottle, y'all. And I would finally have a spill, but luckily it wasn't too bad. The last drip drops out this thing. Make sure the oil level's actually good. We are A1. Let's take a look underneath, see if we got any type of leakage. The main one I'm concerned about is this transmission cooler line. I mean, doesn't look that bad. I see a little bit of residue right there, but is that left over just leaking out? I don't know. It's not running down this hose. And when I'm looking up there at that upper one, you guys can't really see it, but it looks dry up there. So that's good, at least. No leakage out of the peacock, plenty of clearance on there. I'll probably try to even clean this up some more, because as you can see there, you can see a little bit of the oil residue left over, but it got oil everywhere, man. And I hate when the underneath the car is just filthy with oil. That stuff cakes up. It never even gets totally clean. Like, I'm probably already screwed. Alright, so it seems like the transmission line is alright, but this is the one I was stressing about. I started taking things apart. It reeks like coolant, but check it out. It's not all wet around there. Now, yeah, there's a little bit of water like down right in that connection, but I think that's just residual. But if you guys remember yesterday, before I added this extra hose clamp here and moved this clamp over, this whole thing was all wet and puddled up. So I'm really hoping this right here solved my freaking coolant issue. Cool. I checked the coolant this morning. There was no problems with the coolant. So yeah, I'm really hoping that's kind of it. As you guys saw, I looked on the ground. There was no crazy puddles on the ground. I'm really hoping this is it, y'all. And you know what? I've had these leaks. It's been frustrating. It's been a freaking hassle, but at least every time I've more or less found a place where like I could explain it. So there's nothing worse than a leak where you got to pressurize the system. You're putting some dye in. You're searching for a leak. I've been able to find mine pretty much, so I'm good with that. Cool. I will take that, you guys, without a doubt. Got this all done. I'm gonna get everything buttoned back up. Yo, check out the coolant reservoir. I mean, you guys haven't seen it every day, but I'm talking it's been weeks since I haven't had to put coolant in there. Now, I did find out this lower reservoir tank is supposed to keep this thing about half full, so I'm gonna go ahead and get that filled up. I'm glad though I didn't lose any coolant. I'm really hoping I got it sealed up on that auxiliary radiator. Car's a freaking mess. It's been raining. I haven't had a chance to wash it. Transmission cooler line looks like it's all good too. So cool, y'all. Finally. It's looking like I need a car wash tomorrow. Look at the inside of my wheel. Ugh, from where all that transmission fluid was leaking. This is the side that it was on. I know it's already dirty, but yeah, need to get that off of there. Looks like that's what we're doing tomorrow morning. Check this drain line, still no leaks. That's just a little bit of cleaner I had on there. So that looks all good. Upper line I'm gonna assume is all good. I'll check it a little bit closer. No more leaks on that side. Did we finally figure it out? I ain't gonna call it, because every single time we think we got it done, it's not. So I'm gonna assume that I'm gonna get another leak, but I'm satisfied with where we're at now. ProCharger loud, huh? Alright, you guys, so I'm on my way back home right now. Got everything straightened out. I'm definitely happy that I was able to get those leaks. Hopefully they don't come back. If they do, you know I'll be back out there again. This time I'm definitely not gonna let things go as far. Like probably this weekend or beginning of next week, my car will be up on the lift. I'll be checking for the leaks. Of course, I'll be peeking underneath the car, but I don't know. It's something about my driveway and the skid plates underneath where I don't see the oil leaks, you guys. Like, ever. I can't, it's not leaking on my driveway, nowhere. I don't have any spots. I showed it in one of the videos before, so it makes it kind of a fluky thing. That's why it seems like I'm always a little bit late to these, but yeah, so it is what it is. Shout out to everybody that joined the subscriber giveaway. I already closed it off. We got all the entries. I will be having an announcement on the subscriber giveaway very soon, either in the next video or the video after that. I will be drawing the names live on video. We'll keep it fair. I'll let you guys see everything. That way everybody knows that it's a straight up random entry drawing. I appreciate everyone that's been rocking with the channel. I appreciate everybody that hit the sub button. Let's break that 1,000 mark, y'all. I'm gonna keep grinding. I'm back on my hustle now. And I'd appreciate it if you guys could share my videos, because that's really the only thing that's gonna help us grow. I'll keep on uploading the videos. Yeah, man, I can't wait to have this baby out on the road, see if we can get a couple pools in Mexico, you feel me? But this your boy ZT Zoomin, I'm keeping it moving, baby, and I'm out. Hey.